Hey, what's up YouTube? Khallid AKA Smoove Flipper. Welcome back to a new video. In this video, I wanted to talk to you guys about the 5 mistakes that beginner phone flippers make. Now, this video kind of stemmed from just being in different groups, having my phone flipping group, and just seeing the different posts and mistakes that a lot of the beginners are making. And I just decided to make a video on this, so it's all here in one video, so you guys aren't just searching around and watching 20 different videos on YouTube. So let's get into this video. These are 5 mistakes that you shouldn't do, so keep this in mind. Hopefully you guys do find some value in it. Alright, so the first mistake that I see a lot of new phone flippers do is they buy a phone before appraising it. Now, I see this a lot. I see a lot of different posts where somebody says, hey guys, just picked up this iPhone 8, paid $350 for it. How much can I sell it for? Now, that is not the way you go about it. You have to understand that you need to know the price that the phone will sell for, so you can base your buying price off of the selling price. Because we are flippers. We resell. We buy phones at lower market value and resell them at market value. So you cannot guess and try to buy a phone that you think you can sell for this price. You have to know that you can sell for this price. And different platforms you guys can use to appraise these phones. eBay is the number one that I use. If you have a private buyer, somebody who pays cash, or you send phones to, they have price sheets. You can go off of that. The local market, how you do that is you find similar phones that you want to appraise and see where they're priced at. See if they sold already. If they sold for a certain price, okay, you can get that price on your local market. Macari tells you when the phone has sold. It has it in big orange letters, sold, okay? Swap is another way you guys can, pretty much appraise and see what phones are going for. So you have these different platforms, so utilize them. This is very important. One of the most important parts of phone flipping and making money is appraising. So, you might have got lucky the first 2 times of buying, just trying to guess. You might have made 40 bucks here, 60 bucks there, but down the line, it's going to hurt you in the long run if you continue to buy first, appraise after. Okay, so know what you're going to sell, know what you're going to buy the phone for, know what you're going to sell the phone for, because that's important. You make your money on the buy because you already know what you're going to sell it for. So number 1, buying a phone before appraising it. Number 2, and I see this a lot, a mistake, trusting the seller. I see a lot of people trusting the seller. Now, when I say trusting the seller, I'm not saying that you shouldn't trust them at all. What I'm saying is you basically have to get as much information as you can from them to make your appraisal. But when you get there and meet them face to face before handing over the money, it's very important that you make sure everything that they told you is correct. If they told you the phone had 512 gigabytes, you have to check that. You cannot just say, okay, this is what they told me, this is 100% correct. When we meet up, I'm not even going to check that, because you know why? People lie, and that's why I put that. People lie in general. I've gotten so many people who were telling me, they had a phone for sale, it was excellent condition, no scratches, no nothing. I get there and the phone is beat up, or the screen is in great condition, it's unlocked. Get there, the phone is locked to Sprint and has a crack. So you basically have to give them a price based off of what they say, but when you meet up in person, you really have to make sure that what they're saying is true, because, and I see a lot of people do this, because they'll buy a phone and say, I just got an iPhone 7, 128 gigabytes, it was unlocked, and then they come to find out they sell the phone on eBay or something, get a return because the buyer is saying the phone's locked to Sprint. This all happened because they trusted the seller. So Do not trust a seller when you're face to face. Just kind of, they're just gonna give you what they're gonna give you as far as the information on the phone. That's just your base appraisal. So that's how you appraise the phones, because they're gonna give you the information. Now, when you meet up, it's very important that you check and make sure that whatever they said to you via text or phone call before you met up, make sure all that is correct. All right. So number two mistake that I see, a lot of beginner phone flippers are putting too much trust in the seller. Number three, and this is one that I can't wait to talk about, is a lot of people are only flipping iPhones, and I don't know where this came from. Where new phone flippers are just flipping iPhones. Now, I understand that a lot of people own iPhones, so it makes you comfortable when you can flip a phone that you're used to using, because you use it every day. You know, people who have iPhones, they know how to check different things on iPhones, and they're intimidated by Android phones. You know, but what I want to address to you guys is, when you're only buying iPhones, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. I can't stress this enough. Samsung phones sell. Google Pixels sell. They don't sell as fast as iPhones, but they sell. Okay, so if you can get a Samsung SA Plus for $130 and sell it for $220 in your area, then that's good. You know, that's money you're making. Now, if you're passing up on good deals, somebody's selling an S9 Plus for $250. It's Verizon Unlocked. Somebody's selling a Note 8 for $120. All these different deals you guys are missing because you're only wanting to flip iPhones. Now, again, like I said, I don't know where this came from, but it's very important that you guys, basically starting out early, that you guys know how to check all phones. Whether it's a Google Pixel, whether it's an LG V40, whatever it is, if it's a OnePlus, if it's an iPhone, whatever phone that you come across, you have to know how to check. Okay, so flipping iPhones only, I understand why people do that, but in the beginning, you should want to learn about the other models. You shouldn't wait a year down the line of flipping to then transition to iPhones and Samsungs, or iPhones, Samsungs, and Google phones. You want to start out the gate knowing how to do all that, and it's all going to happen in time. Time and experience will get you there. But again, we're not here to leave money on the table. We're here to make money. So if you can get your hands on as much phones as you can, then you're gonna be making more money. So that's the mistake number three that phone flippers make when they're starting out, is they only flip iPhones. Number four, a mistake that you guys are making as far as the beginners is, you guys are meeting people outside by their cars in parking lots at 1 a.m. outside of an apartment complex, and all these different things, and that is not the way to go about it. You know why? Because people are crazy. They just don't care, and I've seen a lot of different posts recently about flippers who are losing their life because of the different things that they've done as far as the choices. So, meeting somebody by their car, meeting somebody right in front of their house, meeting somebody in the alley at night, and this happens because a lot of people forget, the rules of safety when they have that, money. They have the money on their mind, pretty much. When they can make $300 on a phone, that's all they're thinking about. When you're flipping, you're happy, you're excited about making this $300. That you forget that you have to meet them in public, you have to meet them inside. The two places that I love to meet, McDonald's and Starbucks, can't go wrong with those places. They have Wi-Fi, and usually those places are always packed. So It's very important that you meet everybody inside, even if even if you are inside waiting for them, and they tell you, "Hey, can you come outside?" No, I can't. I've had people say, "Hey, can you come outside? I have my kid with me." All I say is, I can wait. I'm not in no rush. I can wait. You can get your kid out, and I'll wait. It's no big deal, because I understand that my life is more important than $300 or this entire business in general. So it's very important, no matter what goes on, that you meet inside in public. Because again, our life is more important than the business. However much money you can make on one deal, it's not that serious. And you guys just need to understand that. Not everybody is a good person. And some areas are worse than others, where you can't even go out at 10 o'clock at night, trying to buy a phone. So again, guys, do not meet people outside by their cars in parking lots, in dark alleys, in front of their apartment complex. No matter what they tell you, if they don't have a ride, then it's no deal. If they don't have a ride, and they can't walk to the nearest McDonald's or Starbucks, or inside of a public business, then there's no deal. You can't do the deal. So guys, make sure you do this. Make sure you keep this one in mind. I don't want to see you guys making these decisions and then having to deal with the outcome of making these bad decisions. All right. So number 4, do not meet customers outside by their cars. All right, the last mistake that I see a lot of people do is they don't reinvest back into the business. And I see this a lot with new flippers, because I understand, when you make a flip, you're having a good month, you get excited. You're supposed to be excited. This is your business and you're growing. But it's very important that you don't spend your profit on things that don't matter. If you make $400 for the month and you're excited, you want to go out and celebrate with your friends. You go out and celebrate, you spend $200 that night. Now you just ruined your growth. You just set yourself back another month because you didn't, be smart and reinvest that $400 you made for the month back into the business. Now, if you continue to not reinvest, then you can't grow. The business won't allow you to grow because you don't have much purchasing power to buy phone. You don't have capital to buy. So if you're not reinvesting, then you're not growing. And then for those who have jobs, when you don't reinvest, again, you can't grow. When you grow, you make more money. So when you make more money, then you can get to a point where you can quit your job faster. Okay. And it's just something that's it all comes with time. You're gonna start to realize that reinvesting as much as you can back into the business is what's gonna help you grow the fastest. And I'm not saying you can't go out and celebrate, and I'm not saying that. I'm just saying be smart about it. If you're gonna spend some money, spend $40. You don't need much money to go out and have a good time, really. But just because you made $400 doesn't mean you can go out and buy a bunch of liquor and just do things that you wouldn't normally do without the $400. So you made that $400. That's good. Now it's time to reinvest because it's time to grow. Okay, so that's all for you guys. This is the 5 mistakes that I see, and I see this a lot, just by different messages I get and different posts that I'm seeing in different phone flipping groups and even in my group. All right, so if you guys did find some value in this video, please drop a like. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. If you have any more tips for those watching, comment them down below in the comments, and I'll pin a couple of good ones up so you guys can get some exposure. All right, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 5,000 pretty soon. I'm gonna be doing more uploads here, but that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.